change this to be like 1 point there. Okay, that gives us everything else. Or no, it doesn't. It knocks everything else out, actually. Okay, boo. Then I guess we'll just do... No, we don't want to do that. Okay. So... Roughness, roughness, roughness. We need our alpha map, I think. Let's add a node, a blend node. This will be our background. This will be our mask. And then we'll have a uniform color as our last bit of color. So if we can adjust this. Okay, I was going to say, I still have a black spot. Why do I do that? That's because that spot's not used by anything. It's the only empty spot on the texture. And that's because I couldn't fit anything in there. Okay, so we have 3 colors that are comprising roughness, 2 colors for metallic, and we can actually plug this in. That'll make everything look nice-ish. The last thing I need to do is, 1, reorganize this so it looks nicer, if that's possible. It might not be possible. And 2, I need to change something. I need to change something. First, change this down to like, I don't know, 150. Make it a little smoother. Let's go all the way to 100. It's noticeably smooth, I think. I think that'll be ideal. Okay. So that's our final normal output. Oh, right, normals. I actually lied. I was not done with normals yet because I forgot to do glass for them. Because glass from Roman times would not be perfectly smooth. It would... Oh, and I'm off the air. Well, how long has that been going on? Am I off or am I not? My stream doesn't say I'm dropping frames. Okay. Hold on. That's very odd. Let's see. Okay. Weird. I guess I was fine. Ha! My own page is not correct. I had to reload the page to actually see things. So sorry about that. I just saw the video go down and then I was kind of panicking. And it still... No, it's fine. Okay. Weird. I think. I don't know. I just hope that everything gets back on track. Anyway, I need to do normal maps for the windows still, because I forgot about them. So let's go ahead and drag all of these guys back here. Drag this guy back to here. We're going to have another blend node. So this one is going to be similar to what we had down there. We're going to have this be our blend. There's our background. And then we're going to need a foreground. That's going to go right there. I'm going to go ahead and move this back a fair amount. That way it doesn't look like it's just sort of going everywhere. Okay, so we need a noise. And it's going to be a soft noise. I don't think it's going to be anything too intense. Let me see what I can find. Because if you've ever seen really, really old glass, it's not perfect. It's got a lot of granularity to it. So as you get closer, it's almost... It's not frosted. It's not that far, but it's got some obvious texture to it. So you can still see through it just fine. There's just a bit of sort of a coat on it almost. Coat doesn't quite sound right, but Um, kinda want to try, like, dirt would almost be good for it. It's not quite correct, but let's just see what I can do with it. So let's pull that in there. So that makes it too noticeable. So I'm gonna add a levels. That we're gonna darken this up like a lot. Except I think that's not quite. See here, there's the problem is that it's. Okay, come on. Let me just move this. I want it to be subtle. It's just very hard to actually get that. So that might be too. They're too big. It's not the correct size. And huh. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, I hate it. You can't scroll to the right, so you can't scroll past the texture limitations, which is really terrible. I would like to be able to see all the way there. Okay, so let me adjust these levels a little bit more. No, can't go. Let me lower this a little bit, so it makes it more noticeable, but at the same time, see, like the prop. Jeez, that's bad. We don't want it to be like that, but I don't want it to be so spaced out. Like even this effect is I think a little too intense. Um, Also, for our roughness, this actually should be totally clear, I think. Anyway, let's go to our levels again. Maybe that's not a good texture then. I don't know. Would this work? Yeah, it's worth a shot. No, that's uneven. Looks like it's sort of a blob. Let me change this back. Move this. So we're close, and then if we scale this, that's going to make it brighter. We don't want that. We actually want it a little bit darker. Let's move this further. Nope. Makes it wider. Let's darken this up a little bit. That's really close. I really like that. It's just a small subtlety to let you know that it's not fully smooth. So let's adjust this a little bit more. If we adjust it all the way, you'll see that it goes too far down. Let's try that. I think I'm going to try this at in Substance Player to get a better feel for it. But I think that's a good look. Okay, so there's all of our normals now. We have that, like that. So if we look at it combined, that's what we end up with. I like that. That looks good. Okay. So now we got to expose everything. And I really be nice if I could like see this opacity in action. Except I kind of can't. Base color. Here we go. Opacity. Group. Material. Is that all correct? Yep. Opacity. Base color. Full pyramid. That all seems correct. So But it's just not showing anything. Okay. Let's go to 50 for the opacity. So maybe it'll show up in Substance Player. Maybe it's just not doing transparency in Substance Designer, because then you wouldn't be able to see it. I guess that sort of makes sense. Okay, so let's go through our normal stuff, which will be expose this as window rough. Okay. Expose this as wood rough. All right. Expose this as metal rough. All right. I guess expose this will be base metallic. And crap, I did that wrong. It's base metallic. No, crap. Dang it. Cleared that. Let's expose this again as, instead of base metallic, metal metallic. Don't know what else to call it. So hit OK. Okay, so that's all exposed. So there's our rough and our metallics exposed. Don't need anything in normal exposed, I don't think. So let's go to opacity next with expose, window, opacity. All right, and then base opacity. Base opacity. All right, so now we're actually going to be able to get this into Substance Player and tweak these values in a second. First, actually, I'm going to get rid of these unused masks because I don't need them anymore. Delete that. Yep. So it ended up being only 6 textures. Go figure. Down from 14. So let's grab that. Let's hit save. All right. So label is going to be Magma River Doors. Author, of course, would be me. My author URL. And I don't need to worry about tags. Okay, so let's get all this stuff named up. And then we'll be able to mess around with it in Substance Player. So this first one's going to be window rough. Color grayscale is going to be a slider. It's going to be clamped. So that's good. Change this to a slider. It's going to be wood rough. It's fine. Window rough. Okay, making sure that I was correct. Make sure that wood rough gets clamped. And clamping, all that's going to do is make sure that it they can't adjust these beyond what values I have set, or beyond 0 or 1. And for metallic and rough values, you don't need to go past those. It won't do anything. Or it will, but it won't be realistic. Because, you know, what does 200% metallic look like? It looks weird. That's what it looks like. Base metallic. Got a slider. Slider. Make sure it's clamped. Set that as 0. Okay, that's all good. Change this to metal metallic. Slider. It is clamped. Our metal metallic is going to be what? 0.7? No, 0.25. I believe is what I set it to be. That's all good. Let me drag that above base. I like to have base be at the bottom of all of our values. So change this to window opacity. Yes, I guess it's going to be a slider. Clamp it. We'll change that to 0.2. We'll change it to 0.25. Opacity. All right, and then base opacity. That's a slider. We'll clamp it. Everything else is true. Okay, so now it's ready for testing. So let's save it out. Magma River doors. Save that. All right. And let's open it up. See what happens. Whew! Well, there's our translucency. Wow, that's very noticeable. That is translucency, right? It's not just reflection. Oh, I really hope that it's. Oh, good, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say there's a rock there, but I can't be sure if that's not a reflection because there's a rock over there too. But yeah, no, I'm actually seeing through it. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so let's bump this up to 1024. The scratches are still kind of pixely. I don't like that, but I'll have to live with it. Frame still legible. Barely. We're gonna need some bleeding in there. That's not good, but it's fine. So there's our door. There's our silver. There's our gold. There's our wood with copper. Like that. That looks pretty nice. Okay, there's our metal door. Kind of basic, but hey, it works. That's actually what I was going for. I probably should have a base texture there to make it a little more bumpy, but kind of like it smooth. Let's see, our wood frame on the window looks nice. Let's adjust our window opacity a bit. So yeah, nice. We can actually change this. Nice, 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 nice. So we make that 0.5. That might be a little bit better. Oh, I'm curious to see what this looks like in Unity. Except I don't have anything modeled out to use it yet. I was just kind of texturing this. This is one of the more complicated textures I've done. Okay. Well, I like it. For shits and giggles. Let's go to 4K. Oh, look at that. They're super smooth now. Oh, man. Oh, wait, actually. No, yeah. Yep. The noise that we added to the glass is actually a very, very nice, fine. You can notice it, but only if you really look at it. That's what I was going for. And when you get really close, you can see the sort of, almost looks like handprints. I like it. Okay. So, wow. That worked out really well, actually. Which is good, considering it took an hour to do all of this. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, no. I just realized I don't have any sides. Well, I guess I'm going to do my best to not show any of the sides of these things as much as I can. Oh, that's kind of stupid of me. Oh, wait, nope. If I really wanted to, I could probably stick them all over here in that extra space. But I don't really care that much. So I think we're good for now. Dang, I really want to see what this. Actually, you know what? I can test the shop window at the very least. Everything else is kind of leery, but I can test the shop window. Okay, so let's go to export as bitmap. Change the type to a PNG. Only do base color. And then export. Close. Ooh. Did I just export a 4K image? I didn't think about that. No, good. It's only 1024 by 1024. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong image. Hold on. Wait. What the heck? Oh, did it export down to here? No. Where did this export to? PNG. Underground, Magma River. Close. Magma Ruin doors. Okay. Magma Ruins roofing. Weird. Let's try it again, I guess. Maybe I didn't actually export it. Hit export. Yeah, right there. Underground. Magma River doors. Here, let me change this back to 1024. Maybe it didn't want to export it because it was too high of a resolution. What is going on here? So, game development, Unity, text quest, art, textures, environment, underground, Magma River. Oh, because I called it Magma River, not Magma Ruins. That was stupid of me. That's why it's in the wrong place. Okay. Close. So let me grab that and that. Drag this into source images. So there's our nice texture. Man, it is full. So I guess we can open up Maya. Well, that makes me happy though that we got opacity in there. It actually looks pretty good. The only concern I have is if Unity makes it look like that or not. But we'll figure that out once we get our shop window textured. Because originally, when I was doing windows in TextQuest, they were just completely opaque, and I don't like that. It feels wrong. So recent files. There we go. So first, we're going to need to make a material. Let's go to create materials, Fong. Let's call this Magma Ruin. Magma Ruin doors. Enter. Let's change the color to be from a file. File is Magma River doors. Hit open. Magma Ruin doors. Oops. Text. There we go. Save. Change this to matte. There we go. Alright. So there's our shop window. Let's go to assign existing material. Magma Ruin doors. Alright. So let's do an auto UV layout, which I assume I already had done, and I already have. So, just going to drag this over here, try to view it. So that's a little bit easier, at least on us. Alright. So this blue area is the face, and we're going to go ahead and do copy to a new UV set first, and then lay it out. So that's going to be our light map. But anyway, for this one, we're going to position this up here. We're just going to scale it down. That is almost perfectly sized. That makes me kind of sad that it's not quite accurate. It's not quite perfect. So let's scale it in, scale it slightly up. Oh, gotta be really close. I think I might have placed it a little too hard. Let's move this up to about there. All right. So now we should be able to bring this into Unity and see if that looks right. This over here. Pull this over here so that I don't get it in the way of everything. Alright, let's hit save. Let's go to object mode. Let me delete the history on this. Okay. So select my Magma River, hit file, export selection, Magma River. Yes, I want to replace it. Oh, jeez. So give me a second, and we're going to let Unity boot up real quick, which is fine, because I need to navigate to my models spot anyway. So let's go to Art, TextQuest, Build, TextQuest, assets, text quest, models, levels, underground, magma river, and magma river. So I'll drag this over to my left screen for the time being. But we're not going to be able to do anything until Unity does its thing. So, yeah, it seems like all the masks came out, right? I guess I didn't need to worry about this. At least from what I could tell. I don't see any noticeable bumps here. I'm curious. So that's at 10. Okay, so at 1024, there actually is enough space between the A or the M and the E on these sides. Oh no, there's not here though. Why are they different? That's kind of frustrating. Ugh, gross. If I bump this up to 2048. 2048 solves the problem pretty well. Okay. So, I guess on medium or low, which, oh god, 512. Oh, that's almost impossible to read. Dang. That kind of makes me upset. But admittedly, I don't know very many people that are going to have to run this game on low settings, and it's still sort of legible. Like, you could read at it if you squinted. I mean, I feel like a bad person for having textures that aren't perfectly clear in 512 mode. But you go up to medium and it's instantly readable. And hell, you go to high res and it's just clear as day. Oy. Well, anyway. Scenes and Magma River. So let me pull magmariver.fbx in here. Place the file. Hit OK. Oh, interesting. Oh, no, never mind. Substance. Let me show this in Explorer so that I can go ahead and assign everything. Magma River. Let's see. Here we go. So we are looking at magma ruins. I guess I called it Magma River Doors. Why did I do that? Oh well. Sign that. And Magma River Doors. Oh no. My opacity not actually do anything? Oh, dang it, really? Wait. It's standard right now. It's opaque. We want to do transparent. Yes! Ha ha! Look at that. Yes! Yep, semi-transparency. That is good. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's play it, see what it looks like. It's got to think. Oh, right, I forgot that we spawned up here right now. And I haven't gotten much farther on this since last night. But I need to do so because all of this needs to be done by Friday. Actually, most of it needs to be done by Thursday. So, I get the feeling I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter tonight and tomorrow. But, oh no. I fell through the level. Let me try that again. Alright. Through here. My lava not moving? No, it is. It's just very slow. And somewhat choppy. I wish I could set that up a little bit smoother. Okay. So, over here. And, yeah, right there. Ha! Uh-oh. Oh, no, never mind. That's fine. I assume that that's showing up on the stream. It might be a little low res. Um, you can see some white dots moving there. Yeah, it looks like you can see it on the stream. Um, that's a weird issue in Substance. To smooth objects glistening in dynamic lighting. So these white sparkles, I don't know exactly what they are, but I know that they have to do with dynamic lighting with substances. So if I turn off the directional light that I currently have on in the scene, this would go away. And once I bake light, it will go away as well. It's just some weird problem with um, dynamic lighting running off of substances for some reason. But anyway, yay! Semi-transparency! Yay! That makes me excited. Oh, and also, I did more research into Roman architecture, and so this stone block material here, that was just a duplicate of. Let me run all the way over to it. Of this stone block for the or the overlook, not Overwatch. That's what that stone block material is basically a duplicate of. It's actually not needed. I mean, I need a texture, but I don't need that. Because a lot of Roman architecture used concrete, which I knew, but for some reason I still always pictured blocks. But actually, they're more like smooth surfaces with some roughness on top of it. So instead of being a lot of stone blocks like this, it's just going to be one giant wall with roughness to it, which will make my life incredibly easy because I can be super lazy. And I gotta fix this still. Oh, huh. Just realized that those are not properly textured. Hold on. Let me go through all of these guys. Everyone except Pillar C. Magma pillars is what I want. Yep. Aha! Yay, it's more done now. So, slowly but surely, we're getting through all of our stuff. Oh, you know what? I haven't taken a look at the relief in a while. Make sure that it still looks okay. And I'm going to move my spawn to 90. Rotation Y. F. Oh, and I also did a texture for. Oh, we might do that actually next. Let's see. I've done a texture for the rooftops. I learned some vocabulary for Roman terminology. I believe it's imbrex and tegula, or tegula. Tegula. I don't know how the correct enunciation, but or the correct emphasis area. So yeah, I like the relief still. Yeah, I like that. Okay. But the sort of Roman style roofing have what was called imbrexes and tegulas, which I have already made a substance of. So I can close this now. Actually, I can show you guys that real quick. So Magma Ruins Roofing. Have that open up. And this is what I came up with. Imbrex and Tegula. And this is sort of like clay tiles, basically, that just overlap one another. So we can actually, I believe I already have the source image in here. I do. Good. So let's go back to Maya, and we're gonna just texture this guy, the roof in particular. Do we want to move the roof up slightly higher, raise it up some? Nah, it's fine. So grab this face. I basically got to extract all of these faces. Oh man, we'll see what that looks like, I suppose. So let's go to edit mesh. Sorry, mesh. Actually, can I just right click? Now that I think about it. Extract faces, right there. Alright, so let me move this to here. Object mode. Ruins, buildings, bar, polysurface 1, polysurface 2. All that. I'm going to select the bar, edit, delete history. That's all fine. Call this bar roof. Bar sides. Alright, so the bar roof, I'm going to move this back over to the left. 1 is going to need to be laid out again. And 2, so is this. There we go. So let's go to object mode. Hit save. We're going to go to, we need to create another material, because I don't think I made one for the Imbrex stuff yet. Nope. So create materials, Fong. Call this Magma Ruins Roofing Mat. Color from a file, and that file is going to be Magma Ruins Roofing, right there. So Magma Ruins Roofing text. Close this down. Right click. Assign existing material. Magma Ruins Roofing Mat. And there we go. Ta-da! So this is going to be fun. How do we want to set this up? So drag this guy over here so you guys can see what I do. Try to position this in a way that we can see everything, which might be easier this way. Alright. So first things that we're going to need to do is basically we're going to have to separate everything, because they're almost all going to have independently facing Imbrexes and Tegulas. So let's go to Edge. Select basically all of this, and these two guys. And then let's say minimize UV, cut UV edges. Okay, so now I should be able to move this guy independently. Yep, good. So drag this, move this, drag this guy, that's good, and drag this guy. So this one is going to be funny because we're going to rotate it. There we go. Move this up. Wasn't that haha funny? No. It's going to be odd. That's what I was aiming for. And we're going to do the same thing for this guy. So it's going to be rotated all the way around. So basically the Imbrexes and Tegulas are going to be readable from whichever side of the building you happen to be on. You're not going to have upside down text. Okay, so let's grab these guys and move them out here for now. Sort of off to the side. Oh my god. Let's grab this guy, move it up here. This is going to be fun. Oh, actually that wasn't too bad. Thought that would be worse. Okay, so this one is correct. This one needs to be rotated 180 degrees, and this one needs to be rotated there. Maybe. Kind of looks bad, but we'll let it go for now. So that actually wasn't too bad. Keep that going up. And last, we're going to want these guys. So the middle one actually doesn't need to rotate. This one needed to rotate the other direction. This and this one needs to rotate that way as well, I believe. Oh, look at that, I was wrong. This one was rotated the right direction. Okay, let's go to face. UVs. Select these. Select these. Just gonna line them up. Select these. Select these. Line them up. Select these guys. Line them up. Select these guys. these guys, line them up, and select these guys, line them up. All right. So now basically everyone's sort of ready to go. They're at least facing the correct direction. Crap! I forgot to. Go figure. Let me do face. Copy all of these polygons. Copies in the new UV set. Light map. Polygons. I'm going to realign these guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and say layout. All right. I can go back. Sorry about that. I just forgot to do it. So now I'm just going to position these guys. Doesn't really matter where I position them, honestly, because they're all just going to get scaled up. Probably should try to not have overlapping stuff. Let me move this down to here. All right, I'll move this up to the front here. So this is going to be fun. Grab all this. I'm going to zoom way out. And then we're just going to scale. Before I do that, let me move this back to the left real quick. I'm going to change this to discrete scale in sizes of 1. So let's see what this looks like. Scaling to about there. And that is about the size of tegulas and imbrexes, as far as I know. They're not very big, honestly. We're going to have to position our sides a little bit more precisely, just so that we don't get stuff like that where it's bleeding off to the side. And we're kind of going to get screwed no matter what we do, but it's fine. Try to correct this one. Maybe get a little more luck. Not really, though. At least do that. Alright, all that stuff's correct. It's kind of a crapshoot anyway, because people aren't going to be able to see this far up anyway. So I'm not too worried, admittedly. But, you know, I want to try and do what I can. That's fine, I think. Screw it. It's good enough. Okay. So, yeah, I like that. That works. Alright. So, I wonder if I want to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make the wall texture, too, while I'm in here, because it's going to end up being most of my buildings, this wall texture. So, go ahead and go to Illustrator again. Let's close all of these masks. Don't need them. Let's go File, New. Magma Ruins Wall. Actually, Magma Ruin Walls. Magma Ruin Walls. Ruins Wall. Ugh. I'll say walls. Magma Ruins Walls. No, Magma Ruins Wall. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Magma Ruins Wall. Let's create our base. Not our nace, our base. Let's create our G. Open up. Let's create we don't need divides, actually. We're just going to need text. Isn't that nice? Alright. So, first off, let's get rid of our stroke. Select our background, hit M, and we're just going to make it pure white for now. Nice. And text is going to be... I almost wonder if I want to do just mask-based stuff so that I can adjust the color. I'm kind of leaning towards that, actually. So, if that's the case, I don't really have a base color. Um, Give me a second. I'm trying to think. Wow, do I really want to be so lazy? Um, no, I suppose I don't. Honestly, I'm trying to think right now if I should just um, stick this wall in that corner of my doors texture. I would prefer not to because I would have to redo that entire texture, or the substance for it. So the problem is I can't really think of anything besides one wall that I need. It's not going to be a tiling texture. It's just going to be one singular wall, which is very. Actually, you know what? No, no. This will be a tileable texture. This will be a tileable texture. It will be a mask though, because I want to be able to just change the color on the fly whenever I feel like it. So I'm just gonna make a mask basically. So select this, change our font to Commodore 64 pixelized, change it from sharp to none, go to 72 or point size, and let's just start typing. So wall. Isn't that nice? Select this, and we're gonna make it white. White, I said. There we go. Let's change our spacing to be -100. So wall, wall, wall. Is that too much actually? See, that's problematic. Except it's not actually. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's change that spacing to be 0. Oh, good. Look at how much further it is. 200. Okay, so never mind. Hold on. So -100 here. It's got to be on the Y or the W. 0. Yeah. There we go. 0. 0. And 0. Okay, so it's still a little too spaced out. Bump this up to 84, and then that bumps it too much. Okay. What if I got rid of the spaces? Oh, that's going to be too much again. Ah! Can't win. Changes to 96. Probably going to go off again. It's going off again. Okay. So... Well, put this all at -100 again. What if we put this at -150 for the most part, and then space out our A's again? So change this to be 0. This to be 0. And this to be 0. That might not be enough though, because it looks like it's not going to tile. There's a noticeable gap between. Oh, and I forgot one. That might solve our problem. I think that did solve my problem. Well, all right. Perfect. So that's a wall. And everything else is just going to be sort of a variation on this. So let me duplicate this. Lock the original one. Let's select this. And we're going to have to type wall one more time and make the W 0. Perfect. All right. So now we can move this. Oh, is it line? It's slightly off. Not bad. It's really close. It's like 1 pixel off, I think, but it's there. Anyway, I don't know. Actually, I'm starting to think about this again. I really, really liked the elegant simplicity of having just the big wall there. So I pull this up, pull up Roman Villa, which is what I'm thinking of for most of these buildings. But you can see that it's this solid concrete. It's not just a bunch of bricks put together. Of course, it's kind of hard to see because there's no real high res images. Yeah, this is a good one. But you can see it's this sort of like stucco sort of thing. Um, and I would prefer. I think that suits itself better to like just one single word that says wall, as opposed to just wall, 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 wall. It's hard to say that a lot. So I kind of just want to. Hold on, let me turn off Substance Player. We don't need it open. So I kind of just want to do this. Oh, wall. Grab that, make it white. Change its color to, or change its size to like 240, and then just have the word wall there. Um, I really just want to do that, and I think it would work for the most part. Because it's similar to what I've done with. I've done this a couple of times before for stuff like mountain. I just have the word mountain and it fills up the entire wall. It's only one word. It's not repeating tiling words. It's just one. So I kind of want to do that, and then I'll be able to experiment more with image effects or with distortion effects to get sort of like nice edging and this imperfect stucco look or imperfect concrete look, not stucco. Um, so I'm going to try that. Let me go to here. So I'm going to try this then. So I'm going to put this at 512, 512. I think it's going to be a good size as is. I will make it a. No, it's probably fine as is. Although I will actually change that. So let's go plus 256. Crap. 512 plus 256. There we go. Okay, so let me get rid of these guys. Drag this down here. And then I'm going to duplicate this. Oops, sorry. This one. Select it. Drag it all the way up here. And this one I'm actually going to compress a bit. So negative 100. Space this out to be 0. Alright. So this one will be sort of like a more boxy style. And it's going to be at 256. Let me shorten these guys as well. So let's go negative 150. And change the X to be 512. Okay. So it's not quite as spread out as the bottom wall is, but that gives us, actually with the bottom wall, I probably, oh crap, I hate it when I do that. It's because it's locked. Let me spread this out by like 50 to make it a little more uniform with the L's. I think that's fine. And then change this to 512 again. So this bottom one will be for longer walls, while the upper one will be for sort of the more square walls. So it's not quite as terrible to see or to fit. So I kind of, I guess we're just going to mask it, I think. And what am I going to call this? We'll just. I don't really have a mask. It's just this one thing. So Magma Ruins wall, hit save, Illustrator 6, all that stuff. That's pretty much it. So I'm just going to save this out as an SVG. Hit OK. Let's go to Substance. Let's go ahead and make a new package with a new graph. Breathless Metallic, Magma Ruins wall. Hit OK. Let's link vector graphics. Magma relief, ruin, blocks, doors, ruins roofing, ruins wall. That's all we need is the one. Let's grab that and make it a grayscale image. And basically everything's going to stem from this one image. And ruins wall, save that out. Okay, so we're going to have first, I'm going to space these guys out a little bit. This. Use that. Add node. Uniform color. Do that. And then another uniform color. Right there. Now let's change this to be white for the time being. And then we'll just have that. Nice. So next, we're going to need some normal maps. Normal. This up here. I'm going to go ahead and drag this guy up. So I guess I'm going to space these guys out 2 at a time as opposed to 1. Grab that. Add this. Make sure they're both OpenGL. Let's go to normal maps, normal combine. Both of them. Put this guy in right here. There we go. Except I'm actually going to want to invert that. So let's go to adjustments, invert grayscale, plug this in. Because I'd like my wall to be sunken in as opposed to popping out. Popping out is usually reserved for metals. Popping in is mostly for stone and wood, because that's how most writing would be done. Because if you're going to write in stone, you chisel. If you're going to write in wood, you carve. If you're going to write on, you usually write on metal, not like into metal. So you'll usually sort of ding things out, and then you'll flip it over to actually get what you want. So that's why I like to have text on wood and stone sunk in, and text on metallic stuff sunk out. Or raised up, I suppose. So there's that. Let's see, what else do we need? We also need this. So this is going to be fun. Let's go to noises. And I almost wonder if I actually want to have this could be interesting. So it gets more rough near the bottom. Kind of using it as is. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like there's something else that could be done here. Because I mean, try to get a look at sort of Roman style. Again, this is the problem of living, thousands of years after the collapse of Rome. Don't really know what Rome concrete looked like up close. At least I don't. I'm sure that there are pictures somewhere, but it's not like people go around taking pictures of specific things and posting them to texture sites. Well, then again, actually, that is exactly what people do. But use them. Ah, this is pretty good. I mean, I know it's a model, but okay. We got some roughness to it. So it looks like it might be better instead of this, because this looks like it's almost too much roughness. Although, actually, let me go to uniform color here, grayscale, plug that in all the way up. Uniform color, grayscale, put that there. It might not be enough, because it's kinda nothing. So, oh, and also, actually, I would want to do. Ooh, this will be interesting. Transformation 2D, I think. Offset. No, not offset. There's pixel size. No. No, 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 no. There's a way to change. No, this isn't right. Let me see. Sharpen SVG pixel processor. What does this have on it? Nothing. That's just for doing functions, isn't it? There should be a way. Interesting. Distance fields. There should be a way to get this stretched, basically. I can't imagine that it's going to be a FX map. It would kind of be weird if it was. So, offset Y. Hello. That's very odd, isn't it? It doesn't loop around in the Y. Ah. Give me a second here. You have to transform. You have to manually drag these? Ugh. There has to be a better way to do that. I don't like manually dragging. Oh, cool. You can flip it. Huh. So it should, I'm going to change my roughness back down to low, that way I can see everything properly. Now if I did this, it'll only be up top there, which is kind of what I want. So we would be doing more something along the lines of this, transformation 2D, grabbing this, and then changing this down to here, and adding a blend node for these two, and saying add linear dodge. And there we go. It's not perfect. Undoubtedly it has its problems, but it seems to be fine in the long run, I think. So I'm kind of curious to just plug this in and go. So let me move that. Let's move these over by one. Oh, I realized I forgot to put frames on my last. On this one. Probably for a very good reason. It's kind of nasty to look at. But I don't like to leave things half done. So this is going to move down to here. Sorry, I'm going to do this real quick. all of this, right click, add frame, move it up 1 over 1, normal. Let's go to here, right click, add frame, up 1 over 1, color, make it green, add frame, up 1 over 1, masks, make it red, highlight all this, add frame, up 1 over 1, let me drag it down a little bit more, rough, make it purple, and then here is metallic. And it is going to be cyan. And last is opacity. I'm running out of colors here, which I guess is going to be gray. Okay, so we can at least see where everything is at a glance. So let's go back here to Magma Ruins. We're going to do the same thing here. So move that to there, I think. Let's highlight this, right click, add frame. Call this color. Make it green. We can move this up to here. Move this to here. Or actually, no, we can do this. That's better. Let's highlight all this. Right click, add frame. Oh, of course it's perfect. Move over, move over. Now we're going to sort of cheat here. Move this guy over here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Are they really like... Ah, color is in on it. Move it up there. Call this normal. Drag this out to here. Move this. Add frame. And say rough. Make it purple. Add frame. Make this metallic. Alright. So now we need to expose everything and actually say, let's see, so expose, change this to rough, hit OK, expose this, set this to metallic, hit OK. Last thing we need to expose are these two colors here. So we're going to say expose, new, base color, hit alright, and then expose, new, wall color. Alright. So now, let's go to our Magma Ruins wall. Let's go through all this. Magma Ruins wall. Author is, of course, me. My wonderful website. I don't need to worry about tags and all that. Alright, let's go through here. So, have rough. Change that to a slider. Clamp it. And we will set the slider to be default of 1. It's going to be pretty rough. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing enough, but we'll see when we get it into Unity. So let's close that. Label metallic. Make it a slider. Clamp it. Not metallic at all. Base color. Leave it as is. And then wall color. Leave it as is too. Although we will actually try to change that order. And I guess we'll leave everything there for now. Um, so let's change our wall color and our base color. So our base color is probably going to be something more like... let's make it like 200 across the board, and then make it a little bit more yellow-ish. It's kind of hard to read wall, but that's because wall's white on off yellow. So I think that's fine. So let's take wall color and make it 150, 150, 150, and then... Actually, no, let's go darker. Go 50, 50, 50, and then 100. Too much. 75, 75. That's a little bit better. It also makes the roughness stand out a little more, I think. Anyway, so I think that's good. Let's save that out. Publish it. Ruins wall, that's okay. And then let's go ahead and play it. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Let's bump it up to 1024. Yeah, actually that's pretty good. The roughness comes through a lot better than I thought it would. Okay. So we will try... This is going to be very interesting. We're going to try to get this to fit. See how this works over here. So we're going to have to export this. Export as bitmap. Everything turned off except for base color, PNG, hit export, close. Let's pull up source images, pull up our textures. Magma ruins roofing, magma ruins wall, not the SVG, the base color. Alright, so let's go back to Maya. Hit Hypershade. Go to create materials, Fong. And we're going to call this Magma Ruins Wall Matte. Get our color from a file. That file is going to be Magma Ruins Wall Base Color. And it's going to be Magma Ruins Wall Text for texture. Close this. Hit save. And then let's go to object mode. Right click, assign existing material. Ruins Wall Matte. Alright. So we've already automatically aligned this stuff. Pull the UV editor out over here. And this is going to be tough to try and look at. So let me select all of this stuff. Polygons, copy into new UV set. Then lay them out. And let's switch back to our original one. Alright. I might have to do this sort of off screen just so that we can see what's going on here. Do I have a layer for the Colosseum? Nope, but I should. Layers, create layer from selected. I guess I'll call it arena layer. Save. And it's gone. So now we can actually see everything. And let's turn off our overlook layer too. And while we're at it, let's just turn off our City Hall layer. Our bar layer doesn't want to turn off either, does it? Hold on. Right click. I just want to be able to toggle that off later. Okay, so our roof looks pretty decent, I think. Next comes these walls, which is going to be a very, very interesting challenge. This is one of the only concerns that I had, is if it's a really, really long wall, it's not going to look great, I don't think. So we can do it on this guy. We'll rotate it. And we could put either this or this one. Maybe we'll stick with this one. For the time being, I'm not going to do them yet. So let me grab this. This guy. Let's rotate them. last one's going to be this. Let's rotate him. Rotate him. These are all the faces. These are the doorways. Okay. Not too worried about the doors, honestly. Alright. So this is that long wall. Oh, wow. Actually, that works way better than I thought. Okay. Huh. Well, that just happened to work out great. So, yeah. Drag this over. And yeah, that worked out great. Oh, hold on. Gotta select these edges. And cut UV edges. This one is going to be a little more brutal. This is what I was talking about when I said more square. Although it looks like it's stretched already, so that's actually probably a good thing. Oops. Let's turn off discrete scale. Oh dear. It's a little rough, but I think it might be fine. Probably need to make my text a little bit wider, but for the time being, I think we'll be fine. And I'm going to line these up a little bit better. Alright, so let me position this. We're just going to have a slight scale up, I think, to be about right there. That should be on this side as well. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So now the real test comes from these guys. There's not going to be a pleasant one for them. So how would we want to do this? I mean, we've got the materials for it. It's just a problem of let me try scaling this. So that's what it would look like with the wall as it's see, I almost want to have that wall there and then have a separate wall right here. Almost. Except it would just look so bad. That's my problem. But I can't just have nothing on these sides. Is another problem. I need to have something here. I don't know what, but something needs to go there. That might be a convenient place to cover up with mosaics. Mosaics. Mosaics would be very, very nice. Ah. Well, that might be a good idea, actually. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do some fun stuff here. First off, we're gonna select all of these guys, and then we're going to say delete current UV set. Go back to map 1. Okay. So the reason we did that is because we're going to extract something, and when you extract things with light maps, the light maps go crazy. So let's grab all of these, and maybe I should actually do it this way. So we're gonna extract. We're not going to extract those 4 panels. We're going to extract everything else from them. That way, they at least get to stay the same object, um, rather than 4 separate objects. So let's go to Shift right click, extract faces, go to object mode. So we have those 4 faces and then everything else. So I pull over my outliner so we can see everything. So we have our bar sides. Let's go to Edit, Delete History. That way we can get rid of the extra transformation. We have Polysurface 1, Polysurface 2. Okay, so these are bar mosaics. And this is bar sides. I'm going to move this up to here, move this up to here, and then we're going to delete that. Call this bar sides again. And I think we're going to want to redo these textures real quick. Not like we've done much with them, but bar mosaics, let's redo them. So they're going to have the mosaic texture on them. So for now, I'm not going to worry about UVing the mosaic sides. I'm just going to worry about the walls. Okay, so bar sides. Save this. Let me move this back over. And let me pull this up. So nice. We're going to rotate this. Slide it over. Rotate this guy. Slide him over a little bit. Let's go to face mode. Grab these guys. Grab these guys. We're going to rotate them to the left. We're going to move them over here. Grab this guy. Rotate them to the right. Alright. So, and I'm not going to worry about these either. These are the doorways, because there's going to be a door there, so the players will never be able to see them. They're there in case clipping somehow occurs, I suppose. So I would like to have the faces there, but I don't need the texture to really be 100% lined up on it. So, okay. So we got all this. Let's highlight it. Go to polygons, copy into new UV set. We are in light map. Let's go to layout. Bam. Nice. Let's go back to map 1. And now we can actually begin texturing. So first things first, we're going to cut these UV edges. UV. Cut UV edges. Alright, so now we can actually move this around independently. That's good. So we're going to grab this. This one's going to go here. And let's go ahead and scale it for the time being. It's going to be pretty stretched, I think. Let's put that there, and we're going to go ahead and try to get it as close as possible, so it's just it's only as distorted as needed to be. Second, we're going to go ahead and get this guy to be right about here. So it's a little too wide. I almost want to shrink it in a little bit. Let's grab this. I was stupid. I didn't line these guys up. Not that it matters. Just a little bit more. There we go. Line them up. Perfect. Grab this. Before we do that, let's go ahead. I'm just going to roughly align these. Not going to worry about snapping to get them perfectly aligned. Ah, crap. Alright, let's put this over here. Alright, so it's just going to be a slight scale up horizontally. And then, of course, we have these guys. Get rid of this. Let's position this. And before we can position that, we're going to have to snap it to this. There we go. And now we can just move these guys right over here. Let's scale it up a little bit. About there. And we'll move it to there. That wall's a little stretched, but I think it's fine. Move this back over. Let's see, what do we think? Hold on. Gotta position everything because I'm used to having all my windows on the left. Yeah, not bad. Oof, that one's pretty rough, but it's kind of what I expected. Okay. I like it. So I'm curious. I'm going to pull this into Unity. As always, it's been a while, so let's go to Edit, delete history on everything. Hit Save, Magma River, File, Export Selection, Magma River.fbx, hit Yes, and wrong thing. Scenes. Grab this, pull this over here, place the file, and let's open up Unity. All right, let me close this. And, oh, I almost forgot, we need to pull in our substance as well. So Magma Ruins wall needs to be pulled in. Alright. So this entire thing. Magma Ruins roofing. There's that. And Magma Ruins wall. Not bad. Not bad. I kind of like it. So first off, let me select all of these. I'm going to change the Ancio, or Aniso. Not Anzio. So that was the wall. Let's get our roofing. Get that set up to be 8 as well. Alright, so let's play. Let's see what it does. Okay, so in the dark, doesn't look great. Not bad. This is also 512, so it's kind of blurry. I should have upped it to 1024. But when it's in the light, it's not that bad, actually. And it's simple, which is what I wanted. I wanted to have a nice, simple texture that would be very easy to just glance over and not worry about. So when you're running, you don't get overloaded with information. I like it. I like it a lot. So it's kind of a nice juxtaposition to the mosaics and the reliefs, which are a little more complicated. It makes sense, and the columns and all that. I like that. Oh no. No. That's problematic. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, I don't know why I didn't notice that sooner. Did I... Oh. I think I know what the problem is. Great. Go figure. Right. So... Well, we got mosaics. It's 10:30. We could probably do the mosaic texture. Got a lot to do on it, though. It feels like it's kind of a dead night. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep working independently. So that might be it for the stream tonight. We got a building textured, mostly. About 3/4. That's pretty good. And we got transparency and alpha experimented with in Substance, which I like. Oh, you know what we could do is we could texture this finally. I don't know, except I still don't have a grate here. Okay, well, never mind about that. So, try to retexture that with that wall. Then again, I kind of like having... Well, actually, we could use color to differentiate between them. That would be a very good way to do that. Alright. I'm not going to worry about that. So, I think that'll be it for the stream tonight. I'm going to keep working, but, it's kind of more of the same, and it'll be more exciting to show you guys uh, the substances and the textures and all that Thursday when we start doing the programming, which that's going to be fun, actually. That's going to be a lot of work. Actually, it's not going to be a lot of work. It's just going to be some interesting stuff involving parenting an object to a moving object, basically. That way, it moves smoothly with it. But aside from that, I think we're going to call it a night. So tune in Thursday for programming, and thank you all very much for watching.